how to turn your weakness into a superpower, and not just a superpower, but a multi-million-dollar empire. So as a coach and mentor for awakened, purpose-driven entrepreneurs, it is my job to analyze what works for my client and what doesn't. And today I wanted to take a really famous person as an example and show you how they turn their core perceived weakness into a superpower. So today we are going to be looking at Kylie Jenner. You may know Kylie Jenner as part of the Kardashian clan. She's the youngest of the Kardashian sisters, founder of Kylie Cosmetics, social media star and influencer, a total amount of around 12.7 million people on Instagram, and finally the youngest self-made billionaires quoted by Forbes. Here's the thing, the Kylie that we know now wasn't always like that. Kylie is actually the youngest of the Kardashian clan, which means that there was a lot of expectation placed on her from a very young age. There was always a lot of comparison that she had to her older sisters. And of course, her looks being deeply scrutinized by pretty much everyone around her. Kylie has a story that she has shared that one of her biggest complexes were always the size of her lips. When she was 16 or 17, she had one of her first kisses, and the person in question actually said that they're surprised that she was a decent kisser because of the size of her lips. This led Kylie to develop an insecurity about the size of her lips and made her obsessed with the way her mouth looked, an obsession that will eventually lead to a multi-million empire. The main weakness of Kylie was her presentation, her looks, and her lips. She was forever being compared to her older sister, and they of course had this full luscious mouth and lip, a look that is famous and copied all over the world. That wasn't the case with Kylie. So Kylie started modeling that type of mouth by coloring it in with pencil and experimenting with lipsticks. Kylie's experimentation with makeup and presentation has got her a lot of attention from her social media following, and later on the press. Everybody wanted to know what was she doing with her lips to get them looking like they were. In a response to that, Kylie ended up releasing her very first product, a limited edition lip kit that was sold out within minutes of it launching, propelling the social media star into her new status as a cosmetics mogul and really kickstarting her career and her path in entrepreneurship. Of course, there were speculations about the true nature of Kylie's luscious pout, and many have said that this wasn't a lipstick alone. Kylie used all of the rumors and theories to her advantage by selling even more lip kits. Of course, later she did come out and say that she has experimented with lip fillers, but by then she was well established in her position as somebody who is selling lipsticks and cosmetics. Kylie's insecurities ended up being her obsession, and her obsession turned into her superpower, and her superpower, her strength, ended up making her millions and even billions of dollars. So there is one more factor that isn't often mentioned, and I believe is truly the reason behind her success, and that is her sibling position. Kylie is one of the youngest, if not the youngest, in the Kardashian family, and that plays a very particular role in the way she has structured the business, whether consciously or not. You see, our sibling position determines how we perceive life, how we react to life, how we respond to life. For example, the oldest will always be more apt and more likely to take on extra responsibilities, while the youngest are often very creative and do very well with receiving attention simply by being them. And finally, if we look at her sales strategy, Kylie took her cosmetics into well-known stores instead of using capital to open her own. The Kylie selling her cosmetics in Sephora, a well-established American brand that sells cosmetics, is the typical example of a younger sibling using somebody who's older, smarter, more established, carries more responsibility, weight, and presence as a channel of distribution. This ensured the continuous success of and growth of Kylie's cosmetics. It reduced the outbound costs and allowed her to keep more of her money and put that into production and PR. So let me know if you enjoyed this video and looking at why Kylie's weakness became her superpower and actually granted her billionaire status, and who would you like to analyze next. And I'll be sure to read through your comments and create more videos. So my name is Antonina Andreeva. I am a transformational coach and mentor for awakened, purpose-driven women, and I'll see you next time.